It's gonna be when you're done. Sponsor us.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Abe from geneticsdontcount. I don't know how to start a video, so let's get into it. This week's topic was suggested by JD. He left us a comment on a post that we posted on Instagram, basically asking what you guys wanted to see in future videos. He suggested it, so we're gonna do it. This week's video is gonna be about stress, anxiety, depression, and how these factors play a role in your training as a powerlifter. Now, we all have stress, we all have anxiety, we all deal with depression at some point in our lives. Some vocalize about it more than others, but you can guarantee that even if somebody isn't open about things that they're going through in their life, they still do have certain things that may affect them here and there. So the most important thing to consider with anxiety, stress, depression is that these things are not unique to just one person and not one gender, one subgroup, one culture. These things affect all of us. And specifically, how you deal with these main stressors are going to dictate how successful you are, not only in training but in life. The demographic majority of the people who watch these videos are within the age range of late teens to mid to late 20s. So we all are dealing with similar issues. You know, the uncertainty of the future. Not knowing for sure what we want to do when we grow up. These things that we stress over sometimes are beyond our control. Aside from us being able to control what we do in the present moment that hopefully has an effect on the future, where we are in the future, we can't really do much about these, but we still stress about them. Now, as a powerlifter, or as a powerlifter who posts a lot of things on Instagram and YouTube myself, there comes a certain responsibility that I put on myself, and that's responsibility to you as a viewer, to make sure that I put out content for you and to make sure that the content that I put out is something that you're going to find entertaining. And that comes with a lot of stress at certain points, because add that on top of school, on top of work, on top of life, on top of relationships, there's a lot that I'm putting on myself in order to make you happy, make you guys happy as the viewers. And I'm not unique in that regard. A lot of us do that. If it's not a YouTube channel, it's our Instagram account, and if it's not our Instagram account, it's the people that we see at the gym, it's our friends, it's our training partners, it's people that we compete against. We all put these obligations in our head that inevitably end us to burn out. It's hard to have a certain responsibility or obligation each week, each day that you put on yourself. If you're not finding immediate gratification out of it, I love doing these videos, and I love engaging with the community, and I love being able to see the people at the gym that I see on a daily basis, if not daily basis, a weekly basis, monthly basis, sometimes a yearly basis if I don't see them for a while. But the main thing here is that these obligations that we put on ourselves are just that. They're self-inflicted. No one is making us put these Instagram videos out or YouTube videos out. These are things that we choose to do. So in order to avoid burnout, in order to avoid that point where you rush into these videos and you make a promise that you're going to do them weekly, or you make a promise that they're going to be all a certain type of way, and then one week comes that you have something going on and you miss that, you end up feeling bad, and there's a sense of anxiety that covers over you. Or if you're not able to go to the gym that week, and you end up having to skip because of life or because of school, because of work, that anxiety makes you just want to quit altogether. It makes you want to stop training. It makes you want to just not go to the gym at all, because you feel like you've let these people down. You feel like you've let your audience or your friends down. And that's just not the case. At the end of the day, no one really cares. People care about you. They don't care about your content. They don't hold your content to a higher regard than they hold you. At the end of the day, the reason that these people are interested in your content is because they're interested in you. Speaking as a man, there's not really a lot of talk about mental health and how it affects us in the gym. There's a lot of talk about women and how, getting over these mental health issues makes them stronger. And I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. I think as a community, we need to do the same thing. We need to talk about things that are going on in our lives and not dwell on them, not make that who we are. Because at the end of the day, you're not your circumstances. You are who you say you are. You are who you dictate yourself to be. Your circumstances can affect who you are. Whether you let them affect you negatively or positively is up to you. But specifically within the male community, there seems to be a stigma that you have to be strong all the time. You have to be alpha. You have to be on top of things all the time. You have to be on all the time. You have to be motivated all the time. And that's just not the case. And the reality of the situation is that regardless of if you're male or female, no one's motivated all the time. No one is on all the time. No one's alpha all the time. No one's strong all the time. You have weak moments, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having a weak moment. In the powerlifting world, we call that a deload. That's when you start, getting to a point when you're fatiguing and you're just not progressing in your lifts as you should. You need to take a deload. Take a deload in your life. There's circumstances that come up where you're not going to be 100%, and that's okay. Again, at the end of the day, it's not whether you should or shouldn't be feeling stress or anxiety or depression. It's how you choose to interpret that and how you choose to take these negative feelings and then make them positive in some way, shape, or form. So what am I trying to say? At the end of the day, stress, anxiety, and depression, these are things that we all feel. But how it makes you different is how you react to it and how you respond to it. So yeah, guys, I really just wanted to make a quick video on this because I think that JD was right on the money for suggesting this topic, because again, this is something that is not really spoken too much in the male community, and I think overall this is something that a lot of powerlifters and people in general go through. It's the sense of self-inflicted obligation. We put these obligations on ourselves and it ends up burning us out. We all have great ideas. We all have, wonderful contributions to make in the world. Some on a grand scale, some on a smaller scale. And regardless of whatever role you choose to play, it's not anybody else's decision but your own. So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't dwell on the anxiety. Don't make the anxiety your identity, and don't make the depression consume who you are as a person and make you act a certain way. Be who you want to be. If you want to be sad, be sad. But if you want to be happy, be happy. Just know that you don't have to be happy all the time, and that you don't have to be sad all the time. That's the video. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see things in the future. If you want to see things in the future. If you want to see videos in the future. And yeah, I laugh at my own jokes. Drop a comment down below of videos that you want to see in the future. Go to our Instagram page, DM us like JD did. We'll respond. Get a shirt if you haven't already. But guys, see you in the next one. And yes, I did cut my hair. Get over it.